Okay, now we're going to solve and graph a union. A union is when you have to write like and or, and we have sign, symbols that will let us know which one is which. Okay, um, but for now, all they really need to understand is just the word, just or. Okay, so we use or. That would be when the compound inequality will go this way, and then the other one will go that way. There will be separate ways. One going to the negative side, and the other one going to the uh, right hand side, which is the positive. So they want us here, guys, to give us an example of how to work those together at the beginning. They're going to be a little bit different, which is okay. So we have the equation or the inequality for n plus 8, and they want you to say, well, that's less than or equal to 16. And then on the other side, a different inequality, but they want you to make a union of it. So you got 3n plus 7 is greater than, I'm sorry, not greater than, but let me see if I can. No, it would be, let me see if I can. That would be less than, right? Yeah, less than. So that would be less than as well, negative 11. Okay. Now, a key here, guys, is that when you divide, if you divide or multiply inequalities, um, the inequalities will change direction. Okay. So if you divide or multiply by a negative or multiply by a positive, by a negative, it will, from being here, so if you go to greater, then it will switch to less than. If you have a less than, it would change to a greater than. Okay, it's just like in a situation like this, guys, that we're going to have to divide by a negative, then we have to switch the sign to a greater than. Okay, it's just giving you a heads up. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we need to subtract. So if we subtract here, guys, we're going to subtract -8 right there. And if we do that to that side, we also need to do it here. So we end up with 4n is less than 8. Now, please notice, because we add and subtracting, you never switch the direction of the inequality. It just stays the way it is. Okay. Over here, we're going to subtract -7, -7. So we're going to end up with -3n, and then less than. Now, don't change it yet because we added and subtracting. And then -11 minus 7 is -18. Okay. Now, they're asking us to simplify as much as possible. So on this side, we're going to divide both sides by 4. That's nothing changes here, guys. So what we have here is n is less than or equal to 2. Yeah. Okay. And over here, guys, now here's the kicker. Here we have a -3. Now, because we divided by a -3, this applies right there. By a -3, okay? Of course, that goes away, but this would change direction, guys. That would change direction to a greater than. Okay, so we have n greater than. Negative divided by negative is a positive, so this will be 6. Okay. Okay. So this will be an or. See? So when you come here, you realize, well, if I have a 2 is going to be right about that. It has to be a big, fat, closed circle right there. And the 6 over here, guys, has to be open. Okay. N is less than 2, so this one is going to go here forever. And this one will be there forever, guys. See that? Okay, that's an or. And it's pretty cool, guys. And it's nice to be able to do that. Okay. And that's an or. Now, let me see if I can get this one. What happens, guys, when we get into a situation in which we need to practice this? I think we have a practice one right about here. Okay, so the union, sorry, it was right there, guys. So, okay. So it will be the union containing all points with coordinates less than or equal to 2 would be between 2 and 6. Okay. So the solution set for this one would be, I believe, let me come here if I'm able to do that. The solution set here, let me see if I can write it big. For all numbers for x, what's it, x? Yeah, x, all numbers for x are where we said x was less than or equal. So where x is less than or equal to 2, or x is greater than 6. See, for all real numbers. And some later we're going to learn about the union. These symbols instead of or and we can always use that. But right now, this is all really what I want you to do right there. Okay, this is the same thing as that for all real numbers for x, in which that includes that right there. Okay.